Yes. What's going on? Looking at the NASDAQ here, pulling back. It's just a little pullback. So, I mean, the RSI is still 70. Let's turn this down. Your portfolio's getting raped. It's supposed to get raped, son. That's what the RSI is all about. When it hits a 70 RSI, prepare for a turn. That's what it means. So the market told you about this a couple days ago. Nobody should be surprised or confused. So when you see this, when you see that, that means this is where all the dummies come in. This is where all the dumb people start buying. The misinformed, the uneducated, chasers. This is where they start doing their thing. This is where they get excited. This is where the FOMO comes in. You should be on the other side of the cash register. This is when you're looking to trim, to downsize, to sell. If you're a trader, right? Now, if you're an investor, you don't need to worry about it. But it's definitely not a time to buy. So we let that come in. This needs to get worked off. We need to see that RSI pull back into about the 50. So this is your chance. This is your chance to learn the indicators. Like to walk with them. Walk as if and talk as though. Like be right there with the indicator. To see it breaking down. So as you watch it come back. You know, as far as like the RSI doesn't really give crossover signals for me. I don't necessarily use the indicators like a lot of people. What I'm really looking for indicators is coming out of extremes. You know, in the middle doesn't too much mean anything to me. Same with a MACD. I'm really concerned with this point and going this way and this point and it going that way than I am what's going on here in the center. And so it's these moves from extremes that are the most important. I hope you understand that. And if you look at that in perspective of the bigger picture of the 4 stages of price movement, right? We can't be simple-minded. You got to see it in the big picture, the big context of the 4 stages of price movement. And you got to ask yourself, where are we in that stage? And if you know what stage you're in, you know what decision should be made, right? So if you're in a stage 4 decline, there's no buying. It's going down. It's too late. It's already gone down, right? The moment to buy there is when it breaks that box. Well, that's not yet, right? That hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. So there's still an uptrend. Still an uptrend. Where the selling should be into the strength. So if you notice, like I'm long the TQ, triple leveraged, I started downsizing it as we go higher and higher. Now, if we come down and we set up into a new stage and it looks like, you know, we work this RSI off, maybe I'll put it back on. But the natural order of things is price starts to go sideways and then price breaks down, then price goes sideways and then price goes up and then price goes sideways and then price breaks down. And that's the natural order of price movement. And that's what the money flow is all about, is bringing order to chaos. So if you follow my newsletter, I know you're really busy at work and it's hard to keep up. But let's say you did. If you come over here on page 5, let's take it up a little bit for those on YouTube. You're going to see market status. Now you want to do this too. You want to keep this yourself. And for me, I used to call these the big 4. We could probably make it the big 6. As tech continues to take on a bigger and bigger and bigger role. And separate itself at times from the market, it seems like. But we got the S&P 500 stage 2 uptrend continues. RSI is extreme. What is that? That's me writing down this is going to stop going up because the RSI is too extreme. Doesn't mean it's coming down, but it will stop moving up. So I need to be selling into that. If I'm in positions that are, if I'm a trader, I need to be looking to sell. So what would that look like? Let's put on the U Pro. We'll come back to this. So we see the U Pro. So we're expecting this. I would hope it pulls back to about 135 and still be within the natural order of markets, of movement, right? It might not. Still super bullish. If we look back at bonds, previous high, right? So as we back up the chart, now I've been in this trade for a minute, track this every day, previous high, previous low, right? We know that. Here's the current high, here's the current low, right? Pivot points. And we could connect them like kids with little crayons, right? And as you begin to connect that with like little kids with crayons, you're going to begin to see the price pattern emerge. And what we had here was the stage 4 decline, right? Followed by what? Price going up and going to where? Previous high, which is exactly where it stopped today. If you look. Almost as if by magic. You say, how could you have known that? Almost as if by magic. It don't matter what chart it is, Corey, just listen. Just shut the fuck up and listen. That's all you need to know. It's all charts, bro. All charts. This chart was moving when you were born. It was moving. When you pass this earth, it'll be moving. Irregardless of the drama in your life. Trying to keep your girlfriend happy, and this thing's going to be moving up and down. You're trying to learn to ride a bicycle. Bonds are moving up and down. You're trying to learn how to use the restroom. Bonds are going up and down. Irregardless of you. They don't care. Think about that for a second. It's a wild concept if you think about it. They've traded gold for 5,000 years. They never asked your fucking opinion or what you think, or any YouTuber on YouTube. Many people are idiots. Michael Burr of The Big Short. People think that guy knows something. He doesn't know a fucking thing. None of them do. Not any of these idiots you watch on YouTube or me or on Instagram. They don't know a fucking thing. Period. Nothing. The moment you get that through your head, they don't know shit. They are gambling and guessing like everybody else. He's short bonds. Well, it looks like they're going up. He was short Tesla. Looks like it's going up. Right? What else was he short? It goes up. So you guys try that shorting game and be a loser. Every short seller I ever met was a loser, man. They lose. The game is rigged against them. You might temporarily catch a win, but it's nonsense because things want to go higher. They don't want to go lower. Now, some things are going to go lower. Not that all things, but most things want to go higher. Due to the inflation, more people, more money coming in, retirement accounts. Like the pressure's to the upside, man, not the downside. So keep that in mind when you listen to people talking. They don't know shit. Okay? Nobody knows anything. Let's see. What's wrong with Sava? Sava's doing damage. You call that damage? It's gone up 100% in 3 days. It can't pull back. That's a natural order price movement. It's supposed to pull back. It needs to pull back, man. In order to go higher, it's got to go lower. In order to go higher, it's got to go lower. That's the confusing thing about the market, man. It's bipolar. In other words, for Bitcoin to get to 100,000, it needs to come down. That confuses people. Look at Bitcoin. It's trying to get above that little breakout zone. It can't do it. If it comes back into this box, that's super bearish. I know, but it's going to 100,000. All right, I'm not saying it won't, but it might go to 40 in the mean fucking time. You understand that, right? And that'd be completely normal. And if all the weekends and the money flow don't understand normal price movement, it'll be like, oh, that'll confuse them. But normal price movement would be to bring it back down. Where did it go before? It'd probably come in about 52. Go sideways and then set up for another run up. That would be the money flow, man. That would be perfectly normal movement. Perfectly normal. The shit's not supposed to go straight up, man. Also, let me explain something to you. You don't get to keep the highest balance in your account. Let me let you in on a lifetime of fucking disappointment from here on out. When the market sets a new high, you don't get to keep that number. It's going to come down the next fucking day, or the day after, or the day after, or the day after, or the day after, or the day after. One day it's coming down. And your account will go up and go down and go up and go down. And if in your mind you think you get to keep the highest balance, you are sorely mistaken and you'll be disappointed a lot. That's not how it works. You don't get to keep it, man. This game here is the ultimate entrepreneurialism. You're just making money with money. You're just making money with money. Like, it's crazy. And it's always has the highest risk, emotional pull, struggle. The mechanics are easy, though. Yeah, Ada woke up. So, what was it? Yesterday or the day before, I sent out a text about it's time to add to Ada. I don't think I put that in the newsletter. Let's see. And there we go. Almost if by magic. Yeah. Now, part of the reason, obviously, we're just playing catch up. I mean, you had this nice stage 1 building. And then, I guess when we text this, yesterday or the day before? Nah, day before. Boom. Now we're ripping. Target's $3. Right around there. Look to downsize this. We'll see if we get there, man. We'll see if it gets there. Hopefully Bitcoin will hold out here and we'll let it catch up. My man said he jumped in Dow. Let's see what's up with Dow. Yeah, stage 1. This is no longer a breakout as they go sideways. Once everything goes sideways, this is basically just a plain old stage 1. See how sideways everything is? It's all sideways. Sideways. So, I like it though. Good stock. Yeah, we'll turn badges on later. My man says, I don't know much about stocks. Of course you don't, because you were born dumb. Everybody was. The money flow will teach me everything, or is there another book I should pick up before? Has that ever happened in life, sir? Is there one book that taught you everything? The book of everything. The book of everything of life. Is there a book, sir? Does that even make fucking sense? Your question that there'd be one book, one thing that would explain everything. Could you just make my life simple where I just push a button and it just gives me money and I don't have to study or put in work? Yeah, sir, that's what it is. You just buy one fucking thing and your life is fixed from there on out. Just one. I guess I wasted my time with fucking walls and walls and walls and walls of bookshelves. And I could have just wrote the one book that summarized all fucking 1,000 books that I own. Yep, that's it. But as far as trading, yes, I think you'll be just fine. It'll give you everything. It'll give you everything you need to know to do this. Now, you'll probably be too stupid to follow it. Most people are. They have to put filters in. They can't just read it and go, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, they got to add something. They got to get on YouTube. They got to go, oh, my God, Michael Burr is shorting. I better look at what I'm doing. No. if you want to, is there one workout I could do to become a professional football player and never have to do anything else? Could you just teach me one play, coach, and I'll just play the same play over and over and over, and then I'll be great? Why do we do that to stock trading? Why do people make it like it's something that owes you something, that somehow you can game it or hack it, cheapen it, as if it's some stupid app you have? Why do people do that, man? Why do they take this thing that I love so much and try to take it down to this simple thing where they can just fucking not have to? Why do they do that? I don't know, man. You're going to study this for the rest of your life, man. You're going to study for I'm still studying. I study every day, hours a day. Reading, studying, looking, trying to stay ahead of the markets. How else am I selling bonds? Like right now, bonds are hitting our target. The only way that happens is we have to follow bonds every day. Every day. We're hitting our target right now. So there's your first buy. Remember, price breaks out above the 5-day. Our box started in